Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of NDBA live coverage. We're here from the beautiful Welland Stadium today for a matchup between the Thorold Anchors and the Welland Pioneers. It's our first look at the Pioneers tonight.
Top of the first inning, the left fielder, number 20, Dan Bokuston.
We got John Carl on the mic tonight, so listen for him.
I told my wife to watch.
And we'll lead off with Dan Bokuston for the Thorold Anchors. 333 on the season, 16 plate appearances, 4 hits to his credit on the year. And he grounds this one to the left side. Third baseman Scott Cole across the diamond, and Lep can't pick it over at first base. Coming around is Bokuston, and he'll get in without a throw. So it's an error on the third baseman, Scott Cole. Play Cower over at third. Scott Cole playing shortstop tonight. And that's a good time to cue up the starting lineup for the Thorold Anchors tonight.
Thorold, the catcher, number 15, Dylan Dempsey.
And we'll just overlay this quickly. Dan Bokuston lead things off. Dylan Dempsey behind him. Nick Schwab is in right field. Kevin Hasty at first base. DHing tonight, Luis Rodriguez. Shortstop, Riley Gamble. And second base, Connor Gamble. Drew Timlock is at third. And Cole Youngblood is the center fielder. Justin Vessia West starts tonight for the Thorold Anchors. So now this is the number 2 batter, Dylan Dempsey, and he takes ball. Look at that nice scoreboard out in left field. That scoreboard put in last year. It is a very welcome addition to the park. The park looks very vibrant today. It's our first time here this year. Slapped a fresh coat of paint on it in the off season. So now 3-0 to Dylan Dempsey. And that one's away as well, ball 4. So Matt Wintermute, the starter tonight for the Pioneers.
Now batting for Thorold, the right fielder, number 94, Nick Schwab.
Thorold offense has been dominant, to say the least, to start the year. Bob Etier chiming in early on the comments. It is a great place to watch a ball game. This one popped up high by Nick Schwab. And that's into right field. And that one is caught over there by Bryce DeRoche, the newcomer for the Pioneers. He makes a spectacular diving play.
Now batting for Thorold, the first baseman, number 44, Kevin Hasty.
That is the first out of the inning. So we'll keep our eye on DeRoche over there in right field. So bring up Kevin Hasty, the hottest Thorold anchor in the first 6 games of the season. Batting 600, 12 plate appearances, 6 hits to his credit. And a chance now to do some damage early on as he takes the ball away. Wintermute is set. 1-0. And he goes for the pickoff move, and they may have him here. Throw is a little high. And so Dempsey picks up the stolen base. It was a good look over from Matt Wintermute. But the throw from Brian Lepp's just a little late. Well, fans, a good time to let you know that tonight's action is brought to you by the Welland Jackfish. Get hooked with Welland Jackfish Baseball. And if you stick with us through the broadcast today, we'll be giving away a 4-pack tickets to an upcoming Welland Jackfish game. I believe it's of your choice. That one's just a little bit high, 2-0. Runners at second and third, just one out right now. Kevin Hasty at the dish. This one's on the ground. That's Cower over there at third, makes a good scoop, and now they got him in a rundown. Bocastine is going to be tagged out by Nick Buckborough. Boke making a run at the dish anyways, but he is the second out of the inning. Great play by Blake Cower at third base. Another rookie. Here comes Luis Rodriguez, number 37, and he bats one into the second baseman, Chico Anderi, and he mishandles, and that's going to cash a run. So a hot shot to Chico, and he can't handle. And the Anchors are on the board. It's 1-0.
Now batting for Thorold, the shortstop, number 13, Riley Gamble.
Call that an error on Chico Anderi. An unearned run against Matt Wintermute. There's 1-0 Anchors. This is Riley Gamble. 231 on the year. And he pops that one into left field. A base hit. Nick Schwab is hustling. He's going to make a soft turn around the third base. He was not thinking go there. And the bases are now loaded.
Now batting the second baseman, number 16, Connor Gamble.
And that is the first official hit against Matt Wintermute this inning. The bases are loaded with 2 down. Inside to Connor Gamble. Batting 200 on the year, just 9 plate appearances. Connor and Riley in the middle of the infield today. As he shoots that one foul down the third base side. Connor Gamble, Drew Timlock, and Cole Youngblood are the batters to follow. So a bunch of rookies in the lineup today. And that one's into left field, and that'll get down for a hit. Schwab is in. Luis turns around third, but the stop sign's put up by Chris Cholfi. There's an RBI single for Connor Gamble. 2-0 Anchors.
Now batting the third baseman, number 26, Drew Timlock.
So we just heard we got Drew Timlock up to bat now, the rookie. Still looking for his first hit in the NDBA. 6 plate appearances on the season. So the bases are loaded. Rodriguez at third. Riley Gamble at second. Connor at first. The 1-1. That one's a bit upstairs. 2-1. So this is what the Anchors have done a lot of all year, is put runs on the board early and try to maintain early leads and stay up. Big cut and a miss there from Timlock. 2-2. Timlock waiting on a 2-2. Wintermute sets. Fouled back. Full 2-2 again. We'll redo the 2-2 to Drew Timlock. Popped up. Scott Cole waving it off, and he's right under it for the third out of the inning. So that's how it ends. 2 on the board for the Thorold Anchors as we go to the bottom half. Stick with us. And we're back, fans. Bottom of the first inning. 2-0 Anchors over the Pioneers. And we got Frank Barber leading things off for the home squad. against Justin Vesio West of the Thorold Anchors. The first pitch is in there for a strike. Vesio West, 1 game, just 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, unearned. Added a strikeout and a walk in those 2 innings. So can we see maybe like another opener situation? The Anchors have gone to that a lot this year, using pitchers in limited roles and using 3, 4, sometimes even 5 pitchers to get the job done. Shot just a little bit too high, 2-1. Frank Barber coming in, 208 on the season, 18 plate appearances, just 3 hits. Lots of walks to Barber's credit thus far, and he takes a strike there. Late call from the umpire, 2-2. Vesio West stands in. 2-2. Cracked into left field. Coming on and waiting under it is Dan Bokestein. He's going to lose that one by the looks of it. So they'll redo the 2-2. Wind must be blowing in that direction tonight. Two again to Barber. Just a bit high, full count. So Frankie Barber working Justin Vesio West in the first at bat of this inning. Pioneers looking to strike back for the 2 runs that the Anchors took from them in the top half. And Barber calls timeout. Playing the mind games now. Payoff pitch. Another crack into left field. Dan Bokestein will have a play on this ball. And he's under it. 1 down.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 3, Chico Anderi.
Here comes Chico Anderi, number 3. The second-year Pioneer. 167 coming in, 24 plate appearances. Could mention a lot of the veterans on this Welland Pioneers team struggling out of the gate after putting up 17 runs in the first game. They had a good outing last night against the Beamsville Yellow Jackets, where they took that one. 11-7 the final in that one last night from Beamsville Lions Park. 2-0. That one misses outside. 3-0 now. And Derry's stature not very... Doesn't reach for the sky, so the zone a little bit smaller. Rio. And Derry taking all the way. Ball 4. And the Pioneers have something brewing here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 27, Mark Jaroslawski.
So here's Mark Jaroslawski. 346. 27 plate appearances this season. 9 hits. He's one of the Pioneers that is off to a good start. West moves over to check on Anderi. Always a threat to steal over there. Is the Pioneers' second baseman. Yarrow in left field tonight. That one gets away from Vesio West. All the way to the backstop. So Anderi with the free base. Yarrow waits on the 2-0. And he cracks that one into right field deep. Going back there, Cole Youngblood, he's not going to have a play. Yarrow off to second, thinking 3, and he's got it. It's an RBI triple for Mark Yaroslawski.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 24, Brian Lepp.
That one had the right fielder, Nick Schwab, all kinds of turned around. And Coach Aaron McInnes out to talk with his starting pitcher. 2-1. Pioneers get one of those runs back. And they're looking for more. Still just one out. Taking its time now at the mound. This is an extra long meeting for Aaron McInnes. So this will bring up Brian Lepp now, number 24, playing first base. 350 on the season in 23 plate appearances, 7 hits coming into tonight. And he takes that first pitch strike. Lepp is always a tough out. Always lots of walks. Lots of extra base hits. And he's in the cleanup spot for Welland tonight. And that one's in there again. Strike 2. Maybe head coach Aaron McInnes said, throw some strikes. Always sound advice. Hang off so far. The 0-2. Jams Lepp. But that's going to be a tough play for Riley Gamble. It's short, and they make it. Well, that was a neat little scoop over there as well from Kevin Hasty. And they're 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 15, Scott Cole.
Vesio West gave Lepp 2 strikes down the middle and then hammered it inside. Totally changed the eye. And here comes Scott Cole. 318 on the season, 7 hits. Looking to tie this one up. Single will do it. Here's the pitch. That one's just a bit outside. 2-0. COS looking to just preserve the early lead given to him. Scott Cole with other plans. Upstairs, 3-0. 3-0. Cole taking all day. Strike one. Mark Jaroslawski over at third base. 2 down. And the 3-1. Cracked hard to the third base side and threw a base hit. Jaroslawski in to score. It's a tie ball game.
Now batting for Welland, the third baseman, number 26, Blake Cower.
That was a hard hit ball from Scott Cole. I don't know that Drew Timlock could have made a play over there on it at third base. This will bring up the rookie, Blake Cower. Had a fantastic night last night. 3 for 4. 2 doubles and a triple. And an 11-7 win over the Beamsville Yellow Jackets. He's looking to tack on just one more here. And he takes that one away. It's 1-1. But as is the everlasting struggle here in the NDBA, it's facing new pitchers you've never seen before. And Cower's going to have to make his way around before he gets truly cozy. That one's a bit upstairs, 2-1. You got a real tight zone early on from the home plate umpire. That one's away, and it pops out of the glove of catcher Dylan Dempsey. So 3-1 now to Blake Cower. Got Cole now at second base after that dropped ball. And that one's away, ball 4.
Now batting the catcher, number 5, Nick Buckborough.
There's Nick Buckborough. Hasn't played much this year, just 7 plate appearances, 500 average. He's doing the catching tonight for Matt Wintermute. And he's got a chance to put on an extra run here in the bottom of the first inning. Still 2 down. And that one's in there, strike 1. Vesio West dealing very methodically here. Takes his time, comes into set. Buckborough shoots that one into left field. Dylan Dempsey under it, and he makes the play, and that'll be the inning. So the Anchors and Pioneers trade blows in the first. Top of the second we go. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ball fans. Top of the second inning, 2-2 Anchors and Pioneers. This is Matt Winterview pitching to Cole Youngblood, leading things off for the Anchors in the top of the second. And then we'll go to the top of the lineup, Dan Bocastine and Dylan Dempsey behind him. And this one's on the ground, chopped foul. So quickly 0-2 is Cole Youngblood. Youngblood comes in batting 0.083 on the season. 1 hit in 13 plate appearances for the Thorold Anchors, and he fouls that one off to stay alive. Fans, stick with us through the 5th inning. Your chance to win 4-pack tickets to an upcoming Welland Jackfish game. We'll be doing that later on. So Youngblood chops that to the left side. Scott Cole with a tough hop, but he fires in time. 1 down.
Now batting the left fielder, number 20, Dan Bocastine.
There's the leadoff batter once again, Dan Bocastine. 0 for 1 today. He reached on an error and then was thrown out at the dish. Bocastine chopped it over to third base and then made his way quickly to second on an overthrow. That one's in there. Strike 1. That was cut on and missed. So it's quickly 1-2. Wintermute dealing this inning so far. He got him. Strike 3. Boy, that one looked good out of the hand of Matt Wintermute. First strikeout of the game. 2 down.
Now batting the catcher, number 15, Dylan Dempsey.
Here's the catcher, Dylan Dempsey now. Dempsey walked in the first and then later scored, and he cracks one into left center field there, a base hit. Cutting that one off is Mark Jaroslawski, but it's a single. And the Anchors have life in the top of the second.
Now batting the right fielder, number 94, Nick Schwab.
So now here's Nick Schwab. Rocked a ball into right field his last time up. Play was made by Bryce DeRoche. A really nice diving catch for the first out of the game. That would have been a monumental disaster for the Welland Pioneers if that one got down. Would have been the first 3 batters of the game on base. Just a bit up top. 2-0. Wintermute checking on Dylan Dempsey over there at first. And maybe throwing him off a bit now. He's 3-0. Of course, Dempsey always a threat to steal. Taking there is Nick Schwab, and he gets the walk.
Now batting the first baseman, number 44, Kevin Hasty.
Here it is, the first baseman, Kevin Hasty. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first and then later scored. Chance to do some damage here now with 2 runners on, but there are 2 down. And he takes a big cut there, strike 1. Wintermute with his eyes on the runners. And Hasty rocks that one into center field. It'll get down a base hit. Dempsey speeding around third, but the stop signs go up. And he will stay put at third base. So Hasty with a shot, but it's not deep enough to score Dylan Dempsey, and the inning continues.
Now batting the DH, number 37, Luis Rodriguez.
Luis Rodriguez now, third-year player for the Thorold Anchors. Batting in the 5 spot tonight at 182. Reached on an error in the first, 1 of 2 committed by Welland defense in the first inning. Wintermute pounds that one in there for a strike. Bases loaded now, 2 down. Dylan Dempsey at third. Nick Schwab at second and Kevin Hasty over at first. This is the 0-1-2 Rodriguez. And he check swings, but that's in there for a strike anyways. 0-2. Rodriguez looking to make something happen. The 0-2 is just a bit outside. Close shot. Wintermute almost out of the inning. So here's the 1-2. Big cut and a miss, and that one gets away from Nick Buckborough, and everyone is safe. A huge error committed. By Nick Buckborough.
Now batting the shortstop, number 13, Riley Gamble.
It'll be scored as the second strikeout of the game for Matt Wintermute. Dempsey scores for the second time tonight, and it's 3-2 Anchors now. So here's Riley Gamble. Popped a single his first time up and was left stranded. Single here could be devastating. One ball, no strikes. Floats that one in there. 1-1. Gamble had a huge week last week. Not much to show for in the way of hits, but just big moments. Coming up clutch for the Thorold Anchors. He stepped in off the bench in that Fort Erie game to tie it up in the late stages. 2-1. Gamble shoots that one straight back. Right next to us in the press box here. It'll roll down the sloped roof at Welland Stadium. 2-2. We got Schwab at third, Kevin Hasty at second, and Luis Rodriguez over at first, still 2 down. And the 2-2. Shot right to Scott Cole, who makes the play to end the inning. So the Anchors threaten. They get one more, but that's all they managed to grab. 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the second. We'll be right back.
number 77, Jared McGinnis.
So now here's Jared McInnes leading things off for the bottom of the second for the Welland Pioneers, the former Thorold anchor, playing in his second game against his former team, and he shoots that ball into right field, a base hit. His first hit against his former team. He was 3-0 in his last time out. Or 0 for 3, sorry, his last time out.
Now batting the DH, number 44, Corey LeGros.
McInnes not even giving me time there to tee up the inning. It was the 8, 9, and 10 batters here for Welland to lead off the second inning. And LeGros shoots that one just foul down the first base line. Three-two anchors over the Pioneers here in the bottom of the second. Justin Vesio West is on the hill for Thorold. He's still just getting over a little bit the scratchy throat here. So don't mind my clearing. That one getting away again from Vesio West. He's had a couple balls like that already tonight. It's 1-1 to Corey LeGros. That's Jared McInnes over there at first base. And LeGros pops this one up. Connor gambles under it. And he makes the easy play. One down.
Now batting the right fielder, number 41, Bryce DeRoche.
So here's the rookie, Bryce DeRoche. Already a nice play in this one. A diving stop in right field to rob Nick Schwab of a base hit. He fouls the first pitch back. Seen a lot of young kids come in this year and really be difference makers for their team. And this Welland Pioneers club is no exception to that. DeRoche and now Blake Cower in the lineup. As well as a few other young guys you may see later on this year. This is our first trip to Welland Stadium this year. They've really revamped the place, put a fresh coat of paint on it, and what a difference it's made as Vesio West tries to nab Jared McInnes over there. Of course, they're former teammates. Vesio West keeping an eye on McInnes over there. But he gets set, and the 0-2. Popped into center field, and that'll get down, a base hit. McInnes got a good jump, but the shot not deep enough to go all the way to third. And the Pioneers' first two men are aboard here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting the center fielder, number 25, Frank Barber.
Not bad. We got one down in the inning. As the lineup turns over to Frank Barber, the center fielder. Flied out to left field his first time up. And another hot shot to the left side. Scooped on a hop there. Nice scoop made by Drew Timlock over there at third to get the out at second. They're two down.
Now batting second baseman, number 3, Chico and Derry.
Coming back up, Chico Anderi walked his first time up. 167 batting average coming into the night. And he's got runners on the corners with 2 down. Right back through the middle. And a base hit. In the score, Jared McInnes. And it's a tie game once again. Here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting the left fielder, number 27, Mark Jaroslawski.
Here's Mark Jaroslawski now. Teammates call him Yarrow. And he takes a first pitch strike there. Been a good back and forth ball game so far. Teams trading blows in both the first and second inning. The Pioneers not finished yet. Looking for more here in the bottom of the second. Timeout called by the batter. Nice cool night here at Welland Stadium tonight. The overcast keeping the hot sun away. And it's made for a beautiful night here. Yarrow digs in, and he waits on the 0-1 from Justin Vesio West. That one drops and is a bit low. Well, it's not a great time to cut out. We just missed Mark Jaroslawski's second triple of the game. A bases clearing one. And it's 5-3 now.
Now batting the first baseman, number 24, Ryan Lepp.
That inning running a little bit long. And the camera battery not able to handle it. Two triples in the game for Mark Jaroslawski now. 3 RBI. And this will bring up Brian Lett. Grounded out to short his first time up. And he pops that one out of play on the right side. That is the perfect time for the camera battery to just give up. Benchmark hit of the game so far from Mark Jaroslawski. And we won't catch that one in the highlight pack. Just a bit outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. That shoots that one down the right side. And it screams itself foul. So 2-2 now. 2 down. Jaroslawski over at third. Pioneers looking to tack on one more. And Lepp goes all the way around. Dempsey loses it for a minute, but fires in time. to get Lep and retire the side. So the Pioneers tack on 3 more and take a 5-3 lead. We'll be right back. Top of the 3rd inning coming up. Well, fans, welcome back for the top of the 3rd inning between our game, the Welland Pioneers taking on the Thorold Anchors. This is Connor Gamble to lead things off for the Thorold Anchors. Behind him, Drew Timlock and Cole Youngblood this inning. That's still Matt Wintermute on the hill for the Pioneers. Gamble flares this one into left. Yaroslawski coming on, and he can't make the play. So headed over to second base is Connor Gamble. Boy, that's a play that Yarrow makes over there 9 times out of 10. You're not too sure what happened over there.
The 3rd baseman, number 26, Drew Timlock.
Tough to say whether you score that as E7 or double. I don't know. What do you guys have over there? E7 looks good. So now here's Drew Timlock, and that one's into left. And coming on, Frank Barber, and he can't make the play. Connor Gamble getting waved around, and the throw is not in time. That one a much tougher play. We'll give Drew Timlock his first hit in the NDBA. It's an RBI double to bring the game within 1.
Now batting the center fielder, number 52, Cole Youngblood.
Boy, it's tough to say what's going on in that Welland outfield right now. Those two guys, Yarrow and Frankie Barber, are usually a canvas out there. They cover a lot of ground, and that is 2 balls that just found a hole in between them. So now it brings up Cole Youngblood. And he rocks a ball into center field. Coming on, Frankie Barber. He's under it and makes the catch. Gets it back in quickly, but nobody home. No foul there. And there's 1 out.
Now batting the left fielder, number 20, Dan Bocastine.
So here comes the top of the Thorold Anchors lineup. Potent today, all but Dan Bocastine, 0 for 2. Reached on an error and strikeout for the leadoff batter from Thorold. But he's had a good season, 333 coming into tonight. Watches that one cruise in for a strike. 5-4 now, a back and forth affair today. As teams continue to trade blows. Augustine shoots that one down the right side. Lep has a play, and he makes it. He danced around in foul territory for a little while, but came back to make the play, 2 down.
Now batting the catcher, number 15, Dylan Dempsey.
And this has been the guy today for the Anchors, Dylan Dempsey. 1 for 1. Walked and scored in the first, singled and scored in the second. And he shoots that one high in the air to center field. Frankie Barber makes the play to retire the side. So the Anchors quickly score 1, but that's all they get. 5-4 now as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Stick with us through the break.
Leading off for Welland in the bottom of the 3rd inning, the shortstop, number 15, Scott Cole.
Hello, welcome back. You just heard John Carl on the PA announce Scott Cole, the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Welland Pioneers, takes a first pitch strike. Cole, RBI single in the 1st inning to cash the 2nd run of the game for Welland. And tie it up 2-2 at that point in the game. Big swing and a miss there from Cole, 0-2. I think he was thinking fastball on that one and didn't get it. SEOS sets. And the 0-2 is just a bit outside from where I sit up here in the broadcast booth. The umpire and I have been pretty in sync tonight. I'm making all the right calls. One, two. I went outside as well. And the count is even, 2-2. That one shot into left field, and it'll get by the left fielder. So Cole will have extra bases. On his way to second is Scott Cole without a throw. His second hit of the game is a double to lead off the inning.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 26, Blake Cower.
Now here's Blake Cower in just his second game in the NDBA. What do we have here? A meeting now on the mound. Could this spell the end of the night for JVW? There, McKenna's given all the pats. And he is hooking his starter from the game. Justin Vesio West exits after 2+ innings of work. And we'll have a new pitcher when we come back after the break. All right, we're back now. Nicholas Gamble is the new pitcher for the Thorold Anchors. He replaces Justin Vesio West. And check that top-down delivery from the kid. So Blake Cower will be the first batter he faces. And he pounds that one in there for a strike, 1-1. Scott Cole led things off with this double, and he stands at second base, effectively knocking Justin Vesio West out of the ball game. This will be another pitch by committee night for the Anchors. That one just low, and it gets away from Dempsey, who doesn't have a play over at third. Pass ball. Anchors don't have their usual catcher, Dylan Guion, tonight. He's done the bulk of the work behind the dish for Thorold this season. Of course, we've been following Thorold quite a bit during our NDBA live coverage. On the ground. And that one's just foul down the third baseline. So we got 2-2 now to Blake Cower, who's done just about everything so far in his first 10 innings as a Welland Pioneer. Three hits, but he could add single to his resume. All of them for extra bases. Big swing and a miss, strike three. Down goes Cower. There's one out in the inning.
Now batting the catcher, number 5, Nick Buckborough.
Here's Nick Buckborough now. Another catcher who hasn't done much work behind the dish for his team this year. Just 7 plate appearances coming into the night. And he flied out to left his first time up. Takes the first pitch strike. Buckborough played a lot for Welland last season. Gamble, the 0-1 is downstairs. Evens it up 1-1. If you're just joining us now, Pioneers 5, Anchors 4. The two teams have traded blows. And we've had some scoring in every half inning so far. Pioneers looking for more here with Scott Cole over at third base. One down in the inning. Nick Gamble sets the 1-2 to Buckborough. Twists and nearly finds a piece of the zone. Just a bit inside, 2-2. That was a wacky breaking ball from Nick Gamble. And he throws it again for a strike. Back-to-back Ks for the young Gamble. 2 down.
Now batting the EH, number 77, Jared McGinnis.
So here's McInnes. Former Thorold anchor. Singled and scored in the second inning. And he dribbles that one in front of the catcher, and no one's going to have a play on that ball. In to score, Scott Cole. It's an RBI infield single for Jared McInnes. And it is a 6-4 lead now for the Pioneers here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting the DH, number 44, Corey LeGros.
So we've continued now with the theme of runs in every half inning. LeGros popped up to the second baseman his first time up. McInnes having a much better game against his former team than he did in the first one. LeGros shoots that one into the gap in left center. It'll get down a base hit. McInnes, who is off on the pitch, makes his way to third. Nearly uncontested. Some heads-up base running from Jared McInnes. And the Pioneers threaten once again.
Now batting the right fielder, number 41, Bryce DeRoche.
So now here's Bryce DeRoche. If he can replicate what he did in the second inning, the Pioneers will have another runner aboard. Dylan Dempsey out to have a word with his young pitcher now. Throwing the ball well. But the Welland bats came to play tonight. Everyone getting involved now. In fact, Nick Buckborough is the only Pioneer to not reach base this game. And we're only in the third inning. Plenty more baseball left to play. So Bryce DeRoche will face Nick Gamble. And he pops it straight up. This is in the infield. Schwab coming on, and he makes the play to retire the side. Pioneers get one more and lead it 6-4. We'll be right back with the top of the fourth inning when we come back.
Number 94, Nick Schwab.
Oh, welcome back, fans. Top of the fourth inning. Pioneers 6, Anchors 4. Nick Schwab leading things off for the visiting team in the top of the fourth. Following him, we'll have Kevin Hasty and Luis Rodriguez in this half inning. Anchors looking to chew into the lead that the Pioneers have built for themselves. They've scored in every half inning. And knocked starter Justin Vesio West from the ballgame. Matt Wintermute still working for the Pioneers into the fourth inning. He's got Nick Schwab. 0 for 1 is Schwab with a walk tonight. And he pops that one up. Into the shallow outfield is Scott Cole. One down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Number 44, Kevin Hasty.
So first baseman Kevin Hasty. 1 for 2 tonight. Singled. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the first inning. Facing Matt Wintermute for the third time tonight. And that one gets away from him. Ball 1. If you're in the stream tonight, how you liking the quality? Done a couple of things to brush up on our image, make it a little bit sharper. And Hasty rocks a shot into the gap in left center, and that'll get down and go all the way to the wall. Frankie Barber there to scoop it up, but not before Kevin Hasty stands at second base with a double.
Now batting, the DH, number 37, Luis Rodriguez.
That is back-to-back innings now that the Anchors have extra base hits off of Matt Wintermute. And it looks like Jerry Seawright is out to talk to his starter. Perhaps settle him down. There is some action in the Pioneers bullpen. Of course, we can't really see who it is from here. There's a little bit of a mesh screen in the way from where I sit. But there's definitely some arms active over there. Wintermute stays in the ball game, and now he's got Luis Rodriguez. 0 for 2. He's actually reached on errors in both of his at-bats tonight. He struck out his last time up and then reached on the dropped ball, which ultimately scored a run. And that one bends, but not all the way in, so it's 2-0. The 2-0 to Luis Rodriguez, and a big swing and a miss there. He wanted all of that one. He's trying to get off the snide. He's just batting 182 coming into the night, which is among the lowest on the regulars, amongst the regulars on this Thorold Anchors team. Up and away, 3-1. Wintermute having a time, but the clock may be ticking. His tenure in this ball game. Hitters count to Luis Rodriguez, and he takes the cut and misses. That loads it up. Payoff pitch to Luis Rodriguez is way upstairs, ball 4. So Wintermute loses Rodriguez, and there are runners at first and second with one down for Riley Gamble.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 13, Riley Gamble.
Riley's 1 for 2 today. Singled in the first. And lined out to Scott Cole on a hot shot. Fouls that one right off the mask of Nick Buckborough. Welland catcher looks no worse for wear on that one. But it will take a second to slow things down a bit. We've got a batter here in Riley Gamble that likes to show up in the big moments. Batting average, 231, nothing to sing home about, but he is leading the league in RBIs right now with 8. And he takes that one in for a strike, 0-2. Of course, he shares a piece of the lead with Dave Noss of the Beamsville Yellow Jackets. 0-2 to Riley Gamble. And that one's going to plunk him. And you know that one wasn't intentional for Matt Wintermute, but he's going to wish he hadn't done that. And it's about time for the Pioneers starter to take his leave in this ball game. The bases are loaded when we come back. 1 out for the Thorold Anchors. And Connor Campbell will be the batter. We'll have a new pitcher when we come back. Stick.
Now batting the second baseman, number 16, Connor Gamble. Now on the mound for Welland, number 4, Ben Baltrasunas.
You heard it right there. The new pitcher for Welland, Ben Baltrasunas, taking over for Matt Wintermute in a jam. Bases loaded, 1 down. Connor Gamble, the batter. Connor is 1 for 2 today. Single, RBI single in the first, and then reached on an error and later scored in the 3rd inning. Anchors have 1 run in back-to-back innings, and they're looking to make it 3 in a row here. Big swing and a miss there from Gamble, 1-1. Baltru into the game, and the velocity is up immediately. Swing and a miss. And down on strikes is Connor Gamble. 2 down. Baltru comes into the game. The best pitcher of record for Welland. 14 2/3 innings. 1.91 ERA.
Now batting the third baseman, Drew Timlock.
And He's 1-1 in 2 starts. Timlock on the ground to the left side. Scott Cole to second base. Chico and Derry, and they retire the side. So Drew Timlock grounds out to end the inning. And the Pioneers are able to preserve their 6-4 lead. That's the first inning we've not seen offense. Be right back after the break with the second half of our live coverage from Welland Stadium. Stick with us. Welcome back, NDBA fans. Bottom of the 4th inning. I'd like to take this time to remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Welland Jackfish Baseball Club. Get hooked on Welland Jackfish Baseball. Jackfish sponsoring tonight's live stream, and they've actually been generous enough. They've given us a 4-pack of tickets to an upcoming game, which we'll be giving away sometime during the 5th inning. You'll have to tune in then and listen with us for the code word for your chance to enter. So strike one to Frank Barber, the leadoff batter, and he rockets that one to third base. And a great play made over there by the youngster Drew Timlock. 1 down.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Chico and Derry.
Boy, that was a hot shot from Frank Barber. And Drew Timlock made that look easy. That one behind Chico and Derry. Number 2 batter. 1 for 1 tonight. RBI single in the second. Walked and scored in the first. Of course, all of that coming off starter Justin Vesio West. And Nick Gamble bouncing that one in front of Dylan Dempsey. So 2-0. Gamble sets the 2-0. Outside 3-0. All of our other broadcasts thus far have been tight games wrapped up in little bows. This one, not the case. We've had offense spread out across the 4 innings so far. That one's in there for a strike. And Derry taking all the way there. And there again, strike 2. Gamble's worked his way back, and now the payoff pitch. On the ground, foul. And we'll redo that one. One thing this Welland team does well is they don't strike out very often. Payoff pitch once again, and Derry on the ground eats up Riley Gamble at short. And that's a base hit, and Derry taking a vicious turnaround first. But he will hold up. And it's a 1-out single. Get the Pioneers on the board here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 27, Mark Jaroslawski.
So here comes Mark Jaroslawski. 2 triples in this game already. 3 RBI. Of course, his last time up was when the camera cut out. We totally missed what was, to this point in the game, the biggest hit. Taking there is Yarrow, strike 1. Though it looked like he thought about it. Both of those triples coming off starter Justin Vesio West as well. And Derry on the move. Yarrow check swings, and it looks like he may have held up. And Chico Anderi is down to second base. He got a really good jump. So it looks like Yarrow got caught going around there, and it's 0-2. Gamble takes a sign and sets. Looked like he may have kicked a bit early there. But he comes off the mound and resets. And Derry, sizable lead at second. Nobody really checking on him over there. And Yarrow shoots that into left field, a base hit. And Derry coming around third, and he's going to hold. Mark Jaroslawski is 3 for 3 today. Tearing up the diamond.
Now batting the first baseman, number 24, Brian Lepp.
Now here's Brian Lepp. Not had the kind of day he's wanted to have at the plate so far, 0 for 2. He's got runners on the corners here with 1 out. And he's looking to insert himself into the ball game here. Facing Nick Gamble of the Thorold Anchors. Yarrow on the move. Dempsey throws down, and the throw is not in time. And Derry thinking about it, but he'll stay put. The infield comes in now with runners at second and third and 1 out. That one breaks in there, but is called a ball. 1-1. Just creeping on that infield grass. Hot shot there. No, says the home plate umpire. 2-1. Gamble taking his time. His team is still in this ball game, and he doesn't want to lose any more runs. That one bends down. And it's now 3-1 to Brian Lepp, the first baseman. Hitters count. And he flashes that one foul right off the light post. Made an audible thud through the stadium. And we got a full count, 1 out. Runners at second and third. That's Chico Nderi at third, Mark Yaroslawski at second, Brian Lepp the batter. And the payoff pitch from Nick Gamble is outside. Ball 4. Boy, that was a grind of an at-bat from Brian Lepp. And he's able to work the 2-out or the 1-out walk to load up the bases for Scott Cole.
Now batting the shortstop, number 15, Scott Cole.
Cole is 2 for 2 today. A single in the first, RBI. Double in the second, and he scored. All over the score sheet tonight is Scott Cole. And he takes the first pitch inside, ball 1. Really put this ball game away now. Of course, you never say the anchors are out, especially after watching them come back down 6 runs. And Cole rocks a ball deep to center field. Well back there and making the play is the center fielder, Cole Youngblood. But that'll cash another run for the Welland Pioneers. Chico Nderi tags and scores. It's 7-4 for the home squad.
Now batting the third baseman, number 26, Blake Cower.
So tagging and scoring is Chico Nderi on that play. Mark Yaroslawski stays put at second, but it is 7-4 Pioneers who have scored in every inning so far. This is Blake Cower. He walked in the first inning, struck out in the third. He was actually the first batter that current Anchors pitcher Nick Gamble faced. It looked like he had come into the ballgame with some authority. First pitch misses. Hard to say where from this angle. That's ball 1. That one's in there for a strike. Of course, we talked about Blake Cower early on in the show. 2 doubles and a triple yesterday and an 11-7 win over the Beamsville Yellow Jackets. This kid could be something. That one chopped foul, 1-2. Tonight, he's had a much more quiet night. So he's made a couple plays over at third base to preserve his team's lead. One, two down. Runners on first and second, and they're on the move. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Cower. Dempsey over to first to complete the out, and that's the inning. So the Pioneers get one more. It's 7-4 as we head to the 5th inning. We'll be giving away a 4-pack of Welland Jackfish tickets at some point in the inning, so stick with us. Hey, welcome back, fans. Top of the 5th inning, and leading things off is Cole Youngblood for the Thorold Anchors. We just missed him take ball 1, and then we just saw him swing through strike 1, and it's 1-1. It's still Ben Baltrusimus over on the mound for Welland. Took over from starter Matt Wintermute. And if you stuck with us this long, fans, we'll be giving away a 4-pack of Welland Jackfish tickets during this inning. Hang with us just a little bit longer. We'll be dropping a code word that you can enter into the comments, and then we'll just be picking from there. So Youngblood shoots one foul, and it's 1-2. And he pops that one deep. Frankie Barber has to go way, way back. He's not going to get there. Youngblood headed for second, and it looks like he's going to make the turnaround to third base. Stopping up there is Cole Youngblood, and jacked up as ever is the youngster. It's a leadoff triple. His first hit of the game. And boy, he really needed that one. That one's a confidence booster.
Now batting the left fielder, number 20, Dan Mulcahy.
So the lineup turns over now. Dan Bocastine. 0 for 3 tonight. Boy, Youngblood put a charge into that ball. He needed that one. The team needed that one. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1. If anyone else needs a hit in this lineup right now, it's that man right there, Dan Bocastine. really the 4, 5, 6 that are doing it tonight. Thorold. That one missing. Again, from up here, hard to tell where. 2 and 1. Big swing and a miss there. Strike 2. Seven 4 is the score, although I get the sense this one far from over. Popped up on the infield. Chico Anderi is under it. He makes the play. And there's 1 out in the inning.
Now batting the catcher, number 15, Dylan Dempsey.
Bocastine 0 for 4 on the night, and that'll bring up Dylan Dempsey. 1 for 2 with a walk. 2 runs scored, all on starting pitcher Matt Wintermute. And Dempsey with a chance to do some more damage here. That's Cole Youngblood over on third with his leadoff triple. Hot shot there, just a bit upstairs. 1-1. Dempsey doing the catching tonight in the absence of Dylan Guion. Taken on a lot of the work behind the dish for Thorold this year. All true sets. 2 and 1. Swing and a miss there from Dempsey. 2 and 2 now. Dempsey has now found himself as part of the veteran squad on this ever-changing Thorold Anchors lineup. They've injected a lot of youth. And all of a sudden, Dempsey, who's not old himself, looks down and sees himself as one of the leaders on this team. He's loaded up the count here against Ben Baltrusinas. Runner on third, 1 out. And he takes strike 3 called. Boy, Dempsey not happy with that one. Chucks the bat aside. 2 down.
Now batting the right fielder, number 94, Nick Schwab.
Second strikeout of the game for Ben Baltru. We've got Nick Schwab. 0 for 2 today. Grounds that one to the right side. Chico Anderi coming on, and he makes the play. Great spin move by Chico Anderi at second to retire the side. And that'll end the top of the 5th inning. Coming up, bottom half, we'll be dropping our code word for your chance to win Welland Jackfish tickets. Stick with us after the break.
the bottom of the fifth inning. The catcher, number 5, Nick Buckborough.
Well, welcome back, NDBA fans. And if you've stuck with us all the way through the bottom of the fifth inning, now is your chance to pick up a 4-pack of Welland Jackfish tickets. Just drop code word Jackfish into the chat now for your chance to win. We'll be picking that probably sometime towards the bottom of the 6th. So you have from now until the bottom of the 6th to enter code word Jackfish for your chance at a 4-pack of tickets to an upcoming Jackfish game. So leading things off here for Welland in the bottom of the 5th inning is Nick Buckborough. 0 for 2 today. Buckborough gets a hold of one, sends it down the left side. It's trailing foul, but there's a play over there for Dan Bokestein, and he makes it. 1 down.
Now batting, the EH, number 77, Jared McInnes.
So now here comes Jared McInnes, 2 for 2 today. A couple of singles to his credit tonight. And he takes that shot for a strike. Also forgot to mention Adam Bartlett is the new pitcher for Thorold. So we can close the book on Nick Gamble, 2 innings. 1 earned run, 5 hits. 1 walk and 3 strikeouts on the evening for Nick Gamble. So we've got a contestant in Mary Lepp entering Jackfish into the chat for her chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to an upcoming Welland Jackfish game. Good luck. That one fouled back by McInnes. Oh, and 2. That one is well outside. Like I said, we'll be drawing for those tickets towards the bottom of the 6th, so you still have time to enter code word Jackfish. Oh. That one gets away from Bartlett, and it plunks McInnes right on the back. Get a chance from the Welland dugout saying that that one was intentional, obviously in jest.
Now batting, the DH, number 44, Corey LeGros.
So now here is Corey LeGros. 1 for 2 today is LeGros. Singled in the 3rd inning. And he takes the first pitch outside. And he takes that one away as well. 2-0. LeGros 214. Batting 214 coming into tonight. And he occupies the 9 spot for Welland. That's a quick move from Bartlett to first base to try to pick off Jared McInnes. That one doesn't work. McInnes on the move. LeGros punches that down the 3rd baseline. True Timlock in time to retire and get the 2nd out of the inning. McInnes down to 2nd base.
Now batting, right fielder, number 41, Bryce DeRoche.
Here comes another rookie, Bryce DeRoche. 1 for 2 today. Collected his 6th hit of the season in the 2nd inning off of anchor starting pitcher Justin Vesio West. Still time to enter Jackfish into the chat. for a chance at a 4-pack of tickets to an upcoming Jackfish game. This one's bounced back to Adam Bartlett, the pitcher, and he just dumps it over to first base in time to retire the side. Don't forget in the intermission to stick with us. We'll be drawing the winner sometime in the bottom of the 6th inning. Stay with us.
Hasty.
Well, welcome back, NDBA fans. There is still time to enter Jackfish into the chat for your chance at a 4-pack of tickets to an upcoming Welland Jackfish game. We'll be giving that away sometime in the 6th inning. I'll be drawing for that. And if you're just joining us, 7-4 Pioneers over the Anchors. This one on the ground from Kevin Hasty, the leadoff batter, and Derry over to Brian Lepp in time. 1 down. Adam Bartlett. So Adam Bartlett is the batter now.
Number 87, Adam Bartlett.
Subbed into the game at pitcher and now takes over for Luis Rodriguez at bat. And he takes that pitch away. Jose Rodriguez in the chat. Go Anchors, supporting his brother. Just been taken out of the game, though, unfortunately. You just missed him, Jose. That shot's a little bit outside from Ben Baltru. And it's 2-1. Adam Bartlett. Pitching and now into the game. Big swing and a miss there. 2-2. Lindsay J has also entered Jackfish for her chance to win a 4-pack of tickets. Good luck. And thanks for joining us on the stream, guys. Rose Kabelka also in the chat. Go Chiefs. Hard shot there from Bartlett. Scott Cole across the diamond in time. 2 down. Rose has got a couple fans up here in the booth as well.
batting the shortstop, number 13, Riley Campbell.
So the defense has really picked up here in the second half of the game, especially behind Ben Baltrew. Riley Gamble is the batter now. 1 for 2 is Gamble today. He's been hit by a pitch right on the back. And that one snaps the bat by the sounds of it, but is a single into right field. Bryce DeRoche gets the ball in quickly. It's a 2-out single from Riley Gamble.
Now batting the second baseman, number 16, Connor Campbell.
So brother Connor Gamble, the second baseman today. Anchors trail by 3. The clock is ticking on them, but you can never count them out of a ball game. Remember last Wednesday, we watched them overcome a 6-run deficit to the Fort Erie Cannons in the top of the 7th. A game they ultimately lost, so it didn't amount to much. As the stream enters its second hour. Baltrew sets and delivers upstairs, 1-1. There's 2 down in the inning, and Riley Gamble stands over at first base. Baltrew in there, strike 2. That one is just a bit upstairs, says the home plate umpire. So it's 2-2 now. Pioneers found themselves in the bottom of our power rankings, released on Friday, but the outlook on their season looking a whole lot different after Sunday night's win over the Beamsville Yellow Jackets. They could certainly pile it on here if they manage to lock this one down. Still 2-2 to Connor Gamble. Looking to make something happen here. And that one bounces in the dirt. 3-2. So you expect Riley Gamble will be off on the pitch here. 3-2. 2 down. On the ground. And Derry charges and throws to first base in time to retire the side. So the infield busy in the top of the 6th. No score, no runs across for the Yankees in that one. 7-4 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be drawing for those Welland Jackfish tickets when we come back. Welcome back, fans. Bottom of the 6th inning. Could be. And we got Frankie Barber leading things off. The new pitcher is Nick Schwab for the Thorold Anchors. As the pitch by committee continues here for Thorold. And we thank you
for Thorold, number 94, Nick Schwab.
And we thank you for joining us here on this stream today. There is a chance to win Welland Jackfish tickets. We'll be drawing for that right now. And it looks like Mary Lepp is the happy winner of 4 Welland Jackfish passes. Congratulations, Mary. She entered Jackfish into the chat and has won herself 4 tickets. We'll get in touch with you somehow, Mary. We'll figure it out. And that one's away. Frankie Barber is aboard on 4 pitches.
Batting the second baseman, number 3, Chico Anderi.
So Nick Schwab into the game, and he immediately walks Frank Barber. Now we take a first pitch strike. This is Chico Anderi. 2 for 2 today with a walk. He scored in all 3 of his plate appearances tonight. That's a great pickoff move, trying to get Frankie Barber at first. He was almost caught napping. There's a shot, and that one misses. 2-1. Runner goes. And the throw from Dempsey's not even close. So Frankie Barber steals a base. And just like that, the Pioneers have something brewing here in the 6th. Shot down the right side, and the play is made over there. Well, Nick Schwab, the pitcher, was in right field. Now we have no clue standing out there in right.
Now batting the left fielder, number 27, Mark Jaroslawski.
So here comes the threat of the day, Mark Jaroslawski. 3 for 3 is Yarrow, with 2 triples, 3 RBI. And he hammers that one into center field, a base hit. Rounding third, and coming in to score is Frankie Barber, make it 8-4 Pioneers. Mark Jaroslawski's 4th RBI in the game. Fourth RBI and 4th hit. What a night for Yarrow.
The first baseman, number 24, Ryan Lepp.
And that could just about spell the end here for the Anchors. With Baltru throwing the way he is. Boy, that one right up on Brian Lett. Not sure what's going on there. So 1 out. Mark Yaroslawski at first base, and Brian Lepp sends a ball deep to left field. Coming on and making that play in left is Dan Bokestein. What a catch. 2 down. Boy, Boke had to really fly. He got on his horse. He covered a lot of ground, and he made the play.
Now batting the shortstop, number 15, Scott Cole.
So here comes another hot batter, Scott Cole. 2 RBI today. And he's 2 for 2, sac fly RBI in the 4th. He's got a single and a double in this one. On the move is Yarrow. Dempsey, trouble on the transfer. And Mark Yaroslawski goes down to second without a throw. On the ground, Riley Gamble goes across the diamond and scoops in time. Good play by Kevin Hasty over at first base to retire the side. Pioneers get one more. They lead it 8-4. We're headed off to the top of the 7th. Last chance for the Thorold Anchors here in this one. Stick with us through the break. Well, fans, welcome back. Top of the 7th inning. Drew Timlock leading things off here for the Thorold Anchors. Last gasp for the visiting team as they trail 8-4 here to the hometown Pioneers. Timlock, double in this game, 1 for 3. And he takes that one just a bit inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. And fans, that's still Ben Baltrusinas on the mound for the Pioneers. Timlock shoots that one to the left side, down the line. And he's thinking 2 bags. The throw from Mark Yaroslawski is not in time. Drew Timlock, second double of the game. And the Anchors have something brewing here in the top of the 7th. Don't go away.
Now batting the center fielder, number 52, Cole Youngblood.
Now here's Cole Youngblood, tripled last time up. And he was ecstatic with himself when he made it to third base. That was a huge hit for him. And he cranks that ball into right field. And that's going to find the corner. Rounding third and in to score is Drew Timlock. And it's a double for the young Cole Youngblood. His second extra base hit of the game. Boy, is he ever fired up over there. 8-5 now the score. Like we said, don't go away. This one's not over yet.
Now batting the left fielder, number 20, Dan Augustine.
So now the top of the Anchors lineup. These are the guys that are going to get the job done. That 8th run is all important, though. It stops the tying run from hitting the plate. That one fouled off by Dan Bogustine. And fans, we just want to take a second to remind you to join us tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. from the beautiful McMillan Park in Thorold, where we will be celebrating Jake Maxwell retirement night. Maxwell, an anchor leader in many categories, mostly pitching. And they'll be having a lovely opening ceremony. That'll kick off at roughly, we want to say about 7 o'clock tomorrow. That one's in the dirt from Baltru. That one should be a fun one. The Fort Erie Cannons will be visiting. We just saw that one on Wednesday night. I mentioned it a couple of times tonight. The Anchors came back huge in that one. They're looking to do it again here. Boak sends one straight back. And we'll have to redo the 2-2. Still nobody out in the inning. That's Cole Youngblood over there at second RBI double. Rung him up, strike 3. Bogusin goes down on strikes for the second time tonight. He's 0 for 5. One down.
Now batting the catcher, number 15, Dylan Dempsey.
So you heard right, number 15, Dylan Dempsey up to bat. Struck out looking his last time up against Ben Baltru. He is 1 for 3 tonight. Anchors need another hit here. That one's fouled back. And it is quickly 0-2 to Dylan Dempsey. Some action in the Welland bullpen just in case. Ben Baltru gets roughed up a bit. That one's just a bit upstairs. 1-2. A well-placed pitch. They were trying to get Dempsey up high. That one's in the dirt, and it'll get away from Nick Buckborough and send Cole Youngblood over to third base. So 2-2 now to Dempsey. Trying to work this at bat in his favor. His team needing all the base runners they can get. Still trail by 3 runs with 1 down in the top of the 7th. And he stays alive, shoots that one back. Up above us here in the booth. So making him work for it. Redo the 2-2. This one's on the ground and foul once again. Chris Jolfe trying to be acrobatic over there as the third base coach. Nearly threw that one away. So Once again, the 2-2 to Dylan Dempsey. And he chops that one back to the mound. Baltru looks over and fires in time to get Dempsey 2 down. So now it's the last gasp. Anchors down to their final out, and it's Nick Schwab. 0 for 3 tonight with a walk.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 94, Nick Schwab.
Schwab representing the Anchors' last hope in this one. Check swing, but he fouls it off. Strike one. Eclipsing the 2-hour, 20-minute mark, marking our longest stream of the NDBA season thus far. We're glad so many of you can join us in the late stages, top 7. Of course, everyone coming to see how this one's going to wrap up. If you were with us on Wednesday, you saw the Anchors come back from a large deficit in the top of the 7th to make it interesting. And they're looking for more here. They did most of their damage in that inning with 2 outs. Another foul ball, and it's quickly 0-2 to Nick Schwab. Looking to close it out. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and they've done it. The Welland Pioneers claim back-to-back wins on back-to-back nights. This one by the score of 8-5 over the Thorold Anchors. Fans, we thank you once again for joining us during this live presentation of NDBA Game Day. Final score from Welland Stadium, Pioneers 8, Anchors 5. Join us tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Say 7 p.m. when we give you the opening ceremonies, Jake Maxwell retirement night. We will see you then.